Welcome to another episode of the Bug Bite hosted by yours truly, Tech Coach Ralph, where we are engineered to win. In today's episode of the Bug Bite, we are going to be talking about the new Tesla robots. It's not necessarily a bug, but I couldn't help myself but to talk about this because I am absolutely fascinated by these new Tesla robots. I think they're called humanoids. So let's get into it, all right? I'm just so excited to talk about this. So let's get into it. So this article where we watched the video from, it is from Ars Technica, right? Let's zoom in a little bit. All right, cool. So the title of the article from Ars Technica says Tesla unveils its latest humanoid robot, Optimus Gen 2 in demo video. Tesla says its new prototype is 30% faster, 10% lighter, and has sensors on all of its fingers. And here is a picture of the Tesla humanoid Optimus Gen 2 robot. And before we even go into that, right? Before we even go into the article, here's a mistake that so many people make when it's regarding Tesla and Elon Musk and stuff like that, right? You think, right? You think that Tesla is an automobile company, right? It is not. It is a technology company. It is a technology company that produces cars, but now they're also producing robots. They produce solar panels, right? They produce chargers, EV chargers, right? You can have an EV charger at a gas station, at a mall. All of those are Tesla products, right? And you can charge your non-Tesla EV with the Tesla charger, from my understanding, right? So Tesla is not a car manufacturing company. They are a technology company, right? I don't know if that comes across to you because yeah, I'm getting me a Tesla. I'm getting me a Tesla. Okay, are you getting you a Tesla car? Are you getting you Tesla solar panels? Are you getting you a Tesla generator? A Tesla charging station? Right? Do you own a gas station or a business and you're getting a Tesla EV charger, like so you can sell that to as you can have that as an offering for people to do business with you, right? To come to your gas station, whatever, right? Maybe you are I don't know if you necessarily own a shopping mall, but maybe you're like you make the decisions there, right? And you want to say, oh, we should put in some Tesla chargers, right? So when you say that you're getting a Tesla, what exactly do you mean? Most people they're referring to the car, right? But Tesla is so much more than their cars, and a lot of people, especially those who are not in the tech industry, they lose sight of that. That Tesla is a technology company. They produce technology that part of their technology they produce is they put their technology inside of vehicles, right? But they also put it inside of robots, as we can see here, right? It's we have to make sure we understand that before we can actually get into the rest of the article. Okay, so on Tuesday, Tesla released a demo video showing the latest version of its prototype humanoid robot, Optimus Gen 2. Over over 1 year after Tesla's first public Optimus robot demonstration, which showcased shaky robots that waved and slumbered over things have apparently progressed quite a bit, assuming that the video accurately reflects the technology. Everything in the video is real, no CGI, all real time, nothing sped up, incredible hardware improvements from the team, wrote Tesla senior staff software engineer Julian Ibarz on X, right? And here's the thing, right? I just want to stop right here, right? Because so we know the Cybertruck was just released a few weeks ago, right? And it's so amazing to me how in people's hatred, I guess, for Elon Musk, whether it's for like his political positions, whatever it is, right? I when in my the way that I see things, right? I don't really give like okay, we can disagree on stuff, we can agree on stuff, great. But I like to see the work that you're producing, right? And I can appreciate the work even if I don't appreciate a particular candor. Am I saying that I don't appreciate candor from Elon Musk? Like, not that's not what I'm saying. I don't have any particular opinion on that part, but I appreciate the tech. I appreciate the work, right? And when I see innovation gets released and you're showing the actual progress, like where you're headed, even if you're demoing like something that is not working exactly as you want it to work, but you can showcase where it's going, what you're working on, and then people are like, oh my god, but it doesn't work, and this is what happened, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, but what have you done? Right? People are so easy to criticize, right? They can criticize, but then what about the work that you've done? What about your I want to see your failures too. Like you can see like on a lot of the live streams that we do, it might look like we failed because we don't get to the actual goal, but how much closer to the goal that we were at, right? And that's why like when you demo something in its infancy, like your first iteration, right? And then there's like some type of problem and stuff like that. I don't I don't I don't find humor in that. I'm like, oh wow, like this is I can see this is the direction that you're going in. That like where just imagine where they're gonna be in and on the second iteration, right? Because in software development, especially in the agile model, the goal is to increment continuously, right? Like you continuously adding to what you're building, making it better, stuff like that, right? So when I see something like this, I'm sure I didn't see the video from last year, right? But I'm sure when like the shaky robots that waved and slumped over things, people are like, oh, like look how it works. It's not that good, da 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 da. But now we see a huge improvement, and now imagine what Gen 3 is going to be like, right? Imagine what Gen 3 is gonna be like. So let's keep going, right? Let's keep going. After a recent episode where Google fudged an AI demonstration for the sake of marketing hype, it's best to take Tesla's claim with a grain of salt until they are independently verified in practical real-world demonstrations. With that dose of skepticism in mind, let's take a look at what Tesla is promising in this non-production prototype robot, right? So this is a prototype. So keep in mind, this is a prototype. It is not actually in production yet. So they're still, they're demoing it, but they're still working out the kinks and stuff like that so that they can get visibility, preparation and stuff like that. And that's why companies will release these demos, these prototypes like, hey, this is what we're working on. This is what's coming, right? Like for example, Apple, they what's the name of the glasses thing that they're going to be releasing? Is it next year, I think? They prototype like they showed that a whole year in advance and that thing looks super super cool. But they're still working on it. They're still working out the kinks and stuff like that because if not, it would have been ready to release already, right? But they're still figuring it out. So I think that you have to. I mean, you don't have to, but I appreciate when companies are showcasing what they're working on, their intentions, because guess what? It could totally fail and they can totally bail on it, right? But that's what innovation is, right? And I think that we should take a look at it in a different eye and like, oh wow, this is what they're working on. That would be super cool if they're able to do it, right? And if it fails, it fails. But I don't look at failure as a bad thing. I look at failure as hey, you tried something and you got to a certain extent. And if you're learning from whatever it is that you're doing, then I don't think you're ever failing in that case, right? Because with all the technology and all the information that they are gathering from this project, right? Even if these robots don't pan out, that information can be ported into other areas and you can make use of that data, that understanding to do other amazing things, right? The information, the data does not go lost, right? So I just want to make that point clear, okay? So the promotional video opened with a shot of Bumblebee, Tesla's first humanoid prototype from September 2022, which is, a little bit over a year ago. Then it showed Optimus Gen 1 from March 2023. So that's like earlier this year. Oh, we're in December now. So it's like 10 months ago, more or less, right? After some teasing shots of a different robot, the video puts text on the screen that reads, Introducing Optimus Gen 2, December 2023. As the robot performs various tasks such as walking slowly, crouching, manipulating eggs without breaking them, and waving its arm, it lists out the features of Gen 2. Tesla designed actuators and sensors 2 DOF, degrees of freedom, actuated neck, actuators, integrated electronics, and harnessing 30% and harnessing 30% walk speed boost, foot force torque sensing, articulated toe sections, human foot geometry, 10 kilograms total weight reduction, improved balance and full body control, faster 11 degree of freedom, brand new hands, tactile sensing on all the fingers, delicate manipulation holding an egg, right? So these are all the new features of the Optimus Gen 2, which it's a lot. And to I feel like I have to go back to this because a lot of people do not understand the software engineering process, the software development process, right? You have to put something out there to have something to tweak, right? You don't just get it perfectly from the very beginning. So when by them creating the Gen 1 or the Bumblebee and then doing the Gen 1 in March 2023, right? Which it's not that like about a little over 6 months apart from the first from the Bumblebee debut to which we don't know how long they were working on it before, but from the debut in September 2023 to March of 2022 to March 2023, where they have the Gen 1 of Optimus, and then now we're in December, right? All these iterations of getting better, getting better, getting better, getting better, right? And like where it's progressing to, it might be a major game changer, right? So, as previously mentioned, Optimus Gen 2 is not designed for production or sale. As a prototype, it represents a potential waypoint on a much longer journey to a more functional human robot that Tesla CEO Elon Musk says will be able to do anything that humans don't want to do, right? And there's a lot of things that humans don't want to do. It's designed to be a similar shape and size as humans so it can replace human labor in seamless ways. Whatever the application, simply swap out a person and insert an Optimus. Given difficulties in engineering, if and when that human labor replacement will actually happen still remains to be seen. But if what's shown in the video is true, it looks like Tesla is making significant progress towards its goal, like I was saying, right? So that is the article, right? But so that's the article, right? But I was thinking as well, I was like, how much is this gonna cost, right? Because I'm gonna be frank with you, right? If the price is right, if the price is right, I would want one of these. Why? Because number one, it's hard to find good help, right? And imagine if you can get a robot where I don't know how the pricing model. Maybe there would be like a subscription fee after you pay the initial payment. But how much is that subscription fee, right? And if this robot can do pretty much everything that you need it to do, right? Not only that you don't like that would be your employee, but it also frees you up to be able to do so much more, right? It reminds me of like I don't know if anybody remembers the Jetsons, right? But they had their own robot that was doing stuff, right? So imagine if it frees you from like cleaning up the house or doing the dishes or doing maybe it can do laundry for you, right? So that you can focus on the things that are really important, right? So I see it as such great potential. Like I know this is the bug bite. We normally review bugs, but I am so interested and curious in this because if the price is right, I'd probably get two or three of those and put them to work, right? And then that way I could maximize my time and my effort. And let's put it like this, right? So you guys know I do Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, right? And practice and repetition is such a big thing, right? So because we're always learning, but a lot of times the only time that we have to actually practice is when we go to class and stuff like that, and then you forget a lot of the things that you learn because it's so much going on. But imagine if I could throw a gi on this Optimus Gen 2 and I could train with this robot because it's hard to find like people are busy, people have things to do, so it's hard to find people to actually like practice and train with unless you actually go to class, right? But that's like maybe an hour, 2 hours, whatever the case may be. But imagine if you can practice what you learn on a daily basis with one of these robots, right? And then like you can have them like let's say you do like let's say however you know how with Chat GPT you can ask a question and stuff like that, and you can prompt so you download the information of jujitsu, right, into the robot, and you say, okay, ro- Mr. Robot, um, this is like I want you to be a blue belt level in jujitsu, right? And we're gonna train together, and you're gonna do whatever you have to do. You know, it's I see so much potential for this thing. You know, let's say you're married, right? And you know, things need to be taken care of around the house. But there's also like that other things that need to be done that you say, okay, these tasks, these low level tasks, I want Mrs. Robot to go and take care of those, right? While while you are handling other business, right? The things that actually need like more thought, more dedication, more focus on. You are taking care of those, and you say, okay, Robot, Mrs. Robot, I need you to take care of the dishes, right? I need you to take care of the laundry. I need you to sweep the house, whatever the case may be, right? You figure that out, right? Maybe the robot can mow the lawn. Who knows, right? So many different options that I am so excited to find out more about this. I'm really excited to find out the cost, right? Because if the price is right, it, it can replace a lot of things, right? So, um, you know, I'm just interested to see what's going on. And so what I did was I looked a little bit like, hey, is there any cost associated with these robots yet? I really don't know. The price that I saw, I don't think it's really accurate, right? But let's see. Uh, let's see. So, so this I did a quick search on the price of the potential price of the robot, right? And when is this article from? This article is from November 7th, 2023, right? Not going to read the whole entire thing, but let's go over here, right? So it says what we know about Tesla's humanoid robot, right? And so this article is from before this article is from before the Optimus 2 was presented, right? But let's read real quick. We don't know too much about Tesla's humanoid robot, like when it will, like when exactly it will be available for purchase. But first, and maybe the most importantly right now, we know it's an actual robot. Musk gave a few hints at the September 2022 event, telling the crowd that the Tesla robot is designed to be an extremely capable robot with production units likely in the millions. So they're planning to produce millions of these robots, right? I think I'm going to start saving up for this right now. Additionally, it would be low cost and available to the public sometime between 2025 and 2027. So I'm I'm looking forward to this. All right. It is expected to cost much less than a car, Musk said at the event. He also noted during the event that within 3 to 5 years, you could probably receive an Optimus. Right? I thought I had the price in here somewhere. Let me see. Oh, let's read this real quick. Right? The Optimus. What was this before? Actually, let's read this because this is actually pretty important. Tesla's robot design and hardware. Design wise, it is inspired by the human body with arms, hands, and legs and a head. It has a brain too, which is the central computer located in its torso. Optimus also has a 2.3 kilowatt battery pack situated in the chest portion of its torso, which has enough energy to amount about a full day of work. So when we sleep, it sleeps, right? Um, this operates alongside 28 total structural actuators, which allows the robot to move. If Optimus were to fall in the future, damage would be minimal, according to one of the engineers who presented at the event. Its hand features 6 actuators and 11 degrees of freedom, or axis of motion, less than half of what an actual human hand has. Though it can perform both wide and more precise adaptive grasp of objects, think gripping small tools like a screwdriver. Metallic tendons increase strength in the robot's fingers. Additionally, sensors and position encoders located in Optimus's joints allow the robot to identify what it's grabbing and understand where its hand is in the relation to space. Its hand are capable of carrying a 20-pound bag. All right. Some experts weren't impressed. What? Okay, so haters, all right, definitely haters, but it's all good. All right, so let's jump down to the software, right? On the software side, Optimus' central computer processes vision data from multiple sensors so it can perceive its surrounding. It also has a visual navigation system managed by a fully trained end-to-end neural network to get around. It's loaded with a library of natural motion references. Essentially, engineers recorded human motions like grabbing a box off a shelf and mapped that motion data, which has been optimized to adapt to real world motion to Optimus. Even though performing tasks with neural networks and computer vision are possible, Barry believes adapting to changes in an unstructured environment could pose a challenge. For example, showing that a robot very well can complete very well defined tasks in a lab is a huge leap from being able to do them in an unpredictable real world. And the thing I say with this, right? Like I wouldn't if I had a robot, I wouldn't put it in an unpredictable situation. I need you to handle these specific tasks, right? And if you're not sure, stop and ask for help, right? Because the problem that a lot of humans have is they don't stop and ask for help, right? I would train my robot to stop and ask for help if you need help, right? Um, where was All right, so here we go. How much will the Tesla robot cost, right? That's what I want to know. So the Tesla robot will cost 20K or less, must said at the event. I am curious to see that. If it's oh my god, if it's 20K or less, forget getting another car. I'm gonna be saving me for a Tesla robot, right? And I'm saying, oh, I got a Tesla too. And then when you come to my door and the Tesla robot answers, and be like, oh, what's going on here? But oh my god, this is crazy. But given the hardware involved, Tesla may have problems on its hands. If you want to design a cheap robot, it starts on day one. And on day one, they use two of the most expensive actuator types available: the harmonic drive and the roller screw. Used to control motion, harmonic drive actuators are mechanical gears that increase torque, while roller screws are actuators that can switch between rotational and linear motion. Every humanoid robot has about 28 to 32 of these expensive actuators in them. It's a real problem on the cost front. So I am interested to see where this goes. Right. So that is our bug bite for today. I am so looking forward to this. Maybe I might have like we're wrapping up 2023 right now. So maybe in 2025 to 2027, a few years to go, maybe we'll see you'll see a little robot walking in the background telling you to get the likes up and to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know every time that we go live. And it'll tell you, maybe it'll be walking back there holding a sign. I don't know, but I am so excited about this story. I see so much potential to get to work. Because if I can't get humans to work for me, I will definitely get me some robots to work for me. All right. So let's think about that. Let's let me know what you think. Right. Drop a comment. Do you totally disagree with me? Do you think that this is crazy? This is stupid? Are you scared? Are you scared of the robots? Because remember, I'm in automation. I create robots, like for the most part, right? They're not like actual robots like this, but I create the concept of automation is I create robots. I work with robots every single day, right? And for me, having my own robot walking around doing things that I needed to do, I am so excited about this. It'll help me, it'll help my family, it'll help my wife, and all that good stuff. So I'm all for it. And at the end of the day, what's my motto? Nothing matters but the results. And if these Tesla robots are going to help me get the results that I want, that I need, then I am all on board. So let's get it. All right. But this has been another episode of the Bug Bite. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know every single time that we go live. Like the video, share the video, all that good stuff. Check out the Patreon at www.techcoachralph.dev. On that note, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Bug Bite, hosted by yours truly, Tech Coach Ralph, and we are out.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.